Okay, I'm going to stick my neck on the line a little bit here. I've recently had my attention drawn to a video made by someone about all this E10 fuel stuff and all the terrible things it can do once again. And he actually mentioned he has a Trident, and if he doesn't start it within a couple of weeks of leaving it with its fuel in it and everything, he has to clean the carburetors and do all sorts of things to get it going again. Right, well, this one hasn't actually been used on the road since last year. Late last year, admittedly. We're now halfway into March. But I've started it once a couple of months ago, and I was just going to do the same again. And I noticed that it's partially wet sumped. Also, the battery seems to have run down because the oil light comes on very, very dimly. You can only just see that. Now, I know that this bike should and will start with a flat battery. We've got 3 sets of points. We've got the 3 original Amal carburetors. So what hope has it got, really? It's wet sumped, it's got a flat battery, and it's got points ignition. Let's give it a go. And it was frosty last night. Admittedly, the bike was in the shed, but it was frosty last night. It was still sort of in the late part of morning. It's probably not even 10 o'clock in the morning yet. I'm just going to see what happens. And I'll put the camera down here. I'm going to try and get this bike started. And, well, see if it will oblige or not. Well, I was expecting to give it a few more kicks than that, actually. I'm just going to run it for a minute or so, let the oil pump pick up what's in the crankcase. Zap a little bit of life into the battery, although I'll probably have to take that off and charge it, actually. The Trident has got a very strong alternator and a good charging system. Probably give it another half a minute or so and I'll be able to stop it with all the oil returned to the tank. I should have probably shown the dipstick before and after, but because I've got the rack on it, I can't hinge the seat fully open. I have to hold the seat up, so I need at least 3 hands to hold the camera, do that and demonstrate. But trust me, the oil was down the lower part of the dipstick. It will be on the higher part of the dipstick once it scavenged the crankcase. So that's your evil E10 fuel that apparently stops these things from starting if you leave them for 2 weeks. Well, I can say hand on heart, it's been a couple of months since I ran this, and like I say, the fuel in it was put in last year, so it's at least 3 months, probably at least 5 months old. I don't think we've got any blocked jets, pilot, main or otherwise. That all sounds pretty happy with life to me. So I'm going to switch it off now. and I'll recheck the oil level in the tank. But that was my first attempt to start it in a couple of months, with a flat battery, with old E10 fuel in it, with 3 sets of points and the original Amal carburetors. Not bad, I think. I don't think anybody can say that that was crap. If you do, you're a real fusspot and far more picky than me.